Welcome to the 675 Moto SS Man channel.
Welcome, y'all. Thank you for choosing to view the 675 Moto Man SS channel. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be here. Thank y'all for joining. If y'all like what y'all see, comment, like, share, subscribe, shoot the shit in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, we're all grateful to be here today. And let me put y'all up on some game. Remember, whenever you're out there traveling, riding a bike, whatever, always, and I mean always, pay attention to your surroundings. There are a couple of people out there that don't really give a shit about your safety. You know, they don't really care. You got to care for yourself. You got to make sure that, you know, you're riding out with the utmost confidence and safety, most of all. You know, pray before you leave your crib for a safe ride and a safe journey coming there and back. Now we're going to get into some gangster shit right over here. All right, first off, I don't advocate that people speed, dip around people, all that other crazy shit. I do what I do. If I get caught or get hurt, that's on me. But you have to remember, you know, during the times rush hour or, you know, early in the morning, people are going to take chances to get whatever they got to go in a short distance in a short amount of time. Don't matter if they're risking their safety. These people don't give a shit, especially out here in the state that I'm in. You know, like, say, look at this guy that just cruised around that truck. You know, he could have just easily went into the left lane. Instead, he decided to take a chance. You know, and said, fuck it, I'm going to risk it all. I don't care. And then there's the jackass that's behind him. We're going to get to him right now. All right, so let me just say this. I don't advocate for hating on cars or nothing like that. But if you own a Nissan Altima, please get rid of that shit. These people are giving y'all a bad name. Every time I see a clapped out one, I always look at the driver and just say to myself, man, this dude doesn't care about life at all. Which is why we're about to get to this jackass right here and this white Altima right here. I mean, these cars are the devil, okay? These motherfuckers, they don't care about life. They say, it's a Nissan Altima. I could smash up anything and get another one, or, you know, I ain't got nothing against y'all whoever driving a Nissan Altima, but if you know like I know, get rid of that shit, man. That shit's gotten a bad reputation. I mean, more than the damn Hellcat Chargers. Okay, now I ain't got nothing against nobody, but you know, these cars are like the face of evil and not give a damnness right now. Like, watch this cat. Look, I'm over here. I gave him his space because he was just literally up on my ass. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, why are you rushing for? Like, there's a whole fucking car in front of you and I managed to get out your way because you're on my ass. And, you know, I'm damn near a new rider. And this guy's just like, he don't give a shit. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you have your space. Anytime they do some crazy shit, let them have their space. But watch this jackass get right up, close up on me again. Look, peek the scene. Look, all right, so he knows that this other car in front of him is going to turn. He's going to stop short. He's going to turn, you know. Instead of giving 3 car lengths back so that way he can maintain a safe distance, this motherfucker gets right back up on my ass. Look at this shit. Oh, man, this guy's a fucking problem. So much of a problem that I had to go ahead and scroll in on his license plate. Yeah, I see you too, motherfucker. I see you too. You piece of shit. Anyway, getting back, you know, he decides to do a little bit of maneuvers and shit, you know, just get all glizzy with it. You know, look, peep this. Look. Here we go. This is jackass time right here. So whenever somebody gets up on me real close like that, I just ride even slower. Because you ain't finna run over me and shit on some dumb shit. You know, trying to take a turn, trying to take a chance, or, you know, squeeze through. Nah, I'm just gonna ride slow. Because I'm not trying to fuck up. And if you hit me, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get some money out of you. Plain and simple. I already got your plates. And this is the whole reason why I encourage everybody to get a 360 camera for shit like this, for people like this. Now, I'm not hating on guy, but if he makes a mistake at my expense, I'm going for his pockets. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for his pockets because I have to have some form of compensation. If I was to get hurt, my bike was to get fucked up. You know what I mean? Little stuff like that helps out a lot. You gotta take precaution. You have to ride with a camera at all costs, or this can happen to you. You know, no telling what this dude would have did if I didn't have a camera. You know, I mean, he could have did anything anyway, but still, I have evidence showing what he did. I didn't get out of line. I didn't tax his mirror, even though I really wanted to. But it's not the time for that. There's a time and place for everything. I just choose to ride slow. To the point, so slow to the point he'll get annoyed and pull off like this. He literally rolled on the other lane and then sped past and even ran the red light just to get ahead. Nonsense. But anyway, like I was saying before, y'all, just ride safe out there. Take your time. You know, think of the risks of what you're doing before you go ahead and you do it when you're on your bike. And always maintain a safe distance where you could stop, a safe distance where you could maneuver, a safe distance where you could get away from motherfuckers like that. Because in the end, we all have to be responsible somewhere along the line. And, you know, you want to be able to keep your shit. You want to be able to maintain your shit. You don't want to lose it to a jackass like that. You know, always pay attention to the road. Get that camera. Take your time. And just ride out. Let's get the video too, shall we? All right, so here it is. I just got finished coming from, you know, being suited and booted. And, you know, I was just taking my time, checking around and, you know, getting a nice breath of fresh air. You know, this weather is kind of crazy. And I'm looking to get fitted up and basically just, you know, relax myself because the weather's, you know, calling for it. So I figure, you know, I take my time. I'm riding out in the winter. Thermals on, proper gear, which I'm also going to advocate for everybody. If you're riding out there, please don't try to ride out there in just a sweatshirt, hoodie. I'm not gigging on y'all. I'm just saying, you want to get fully suited. You want to dress for the slide, not just for the ride. You want to play it safe. Decent helmet, knuckle protection, palm protection on the gloves, knee protection on the pants leg. You know, have it friction proof where, you know, it would take longer to eat through the fabrics rather than, you know, sliding on your jeans and that shit will just scuff you up. I've seen some people's arms or legs, man, after, you know, taking a real nasty spill or even a slight simple spill, and their fucking arms look like they've been through a cheese grater. You know, just Swiss cheese, all the holes in them with spaghetti on it, just red coming out, man. That shit is not cool. After that, you know, skin loss in this tarmac is very unforgiving, and it's very taxing. You know, everybody should, you know, take into account that this is serious. You know, you riding out here on these streets. The streets don't love nobody. The streets do not love anybody. You fall off that bike, you ain't got no gear on, your ass is more shredded than grass. So, let's get back into this video right here. I was just saying my piece and whatnot after seeing so many videos of people fucking up. This guy right here in the middle, again, with the tailgating shit, this guy's your advocate, you know, jackass racer. He's got a Mitsubishi Ralliart. I ain't got nothing against nobody that got a Ralliart, but these fucking cars are played out. I've already had an Evo 9, which is faster than this shit right here. But this cat, he's of the younger generation. He's another kind of cat that you got to watch out for. This is your typical average racer, a.k.a. fake racer. I know what it is to be a racer. I never was one. I was more of the performance type. This guy right here, he's seeking the race. You see, he's got something to prove. Watch as he races up behind me, you know, trying to prove himself to a motherfucker that's on a bike. This type of guy never get baited into a guy like him. You see, he's got nothing to lose. He don't give a fuck about his own car. He sees a guy with a bike, he figures, I gotta go home with a win because my car is slow as shit. I ain't got nothing else going on. I don't even have a bitch in the passenger seat. I'm just a total loser. Okay? So watch as he tries to race me. And I'm just looking at him like, damn, this guy's an idiot. He's racing on a public street. So I said, all right, let me just, distance myself. Then he wants to hit the accelerator. See what I'm saying? He's so stupid. In his own mind, he figured, oh, let me just race him. I need to race a motorcycle. And nobody's racing him. Even the guy up next to me is like, what the fuck? Are you going to race him? Like, nah, stupid. I'm just riding out, having a nice time. Now, little did this dickhead know, and I encourage everybody not to race. You see that shit right there? Now, suppose if I race that. Suppose if I race this piece of shit ass car. I would have been going to the bookies with that damn cop sitting on the side. And you just never know. You just never know. It could be a cop on a corner. It could be a cop taking radar on the side of the road. They like to do that shit. Now, I'm not the one advocating the race on public streets, but, at one point in time when this will stop. I'm smart enough not to race anybody on the street, and whatever happens, I take consequences of what I take for my actions. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared to deal with the consequences. I don't race people on the public roadways just because of the fact I see another car. Oh, I got to race them. No. Because a car could easily come out at the intersection, and that's it. Your bike is totaled. You're totaled. You just hit somebody. Now you got to pay the insurance, all this other shit. And here it is. This guy's, he made himself look like a jackass. For nothing. And that's all I'm saying.